All right, man, we are back. It's time for Equalizer 3 time, man. 2023 rated R, 1 hour, 49 minutes, action crime thriller. Yes.
I was very excited that it was only an hour and 49 minutes.
I did not even pay attention. I wish it was longer. Antoine Fuqua, who's done all 3 of these movies. Robert McCall finds himself at home in southern Italy, but discovers his friends are under the control of the local crime bosses, Tifobot. As events turn deadly, McCall knows what he must do. Become his friend's protector by taking on the mafia. They wrote that shit silly. Okay,
hard to read.
Right, damn it. So anyway, this movie stars Tifobot,
Denzel Washington, of course. Dakota Fanning. We were both surprised to realize that was Dakota Fanning.
Just realized that now.
Eugenio Mastrandre. That's hard for me to say. David Denman, Sonia Ben-Amar, Remo Garone, and then there's Bruno Bellotta. There's not really a whole lot of other people who are like Andrea Scarduzio.
Yeah, who was what? Gia? Was that the lady that was the love interest? I think so.
Is that Gaia Scodolero?
Some kind of
as Amina.
Maybe a love interest. You know.
Yeah, like a
loose love interest.
Yeah. So
anyway, man, it's always that perfect time of the day when it's time for one. God damn you. One. God damn it. One. Word. Stuff was loud. One word to about what you got.
I would say decline, not in like a super bad way, but you can just tell Denzel Washington's older. I think a lot of the action scenes in this movie rely on other people, and they kind of tend to pull back. And it's not like I didn't hate it. I just the first one is so good. The second one's good too. And this one I just feel like did we need it?
Okay, well, my one word is satisfying.
Sure.
God, I love seeing it. I mean, the story was simple. They kept it simple. And this is what I came to the movies for. It didn't, I don't know if the plot could get any more convoluted with his, ex-senator friend getting destroyed in the first movie. It was a heavy crescendo. So I appreciated the fact that this was this man trying to retire. Like, really, I'm not trying to get involved, but God damn you bastards. And then y'all thought y'all was the baddest dudes on the planet. Realized you was beating the baddest dude on the planet. So very satisfying to me. I love it. It didn't get messy. And, I was just like, yes, more. So, yes, I enjoyed the shit out of it. I love all 3 of these. And so here we go. Let's get those spoilers and let's get into it. So the trailer starts out the beginning of this movie.
The exact of the movie.
Yeah, we were seeing in the Red Band trailer, it was like carnage galore. And it was a lot worse than it was in the trailer, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. And I thought about this since I've seen it. Like, I thought about it. When I first was watching it, I was like, oh, it's kind of like bullshitty that like we don't really see him do these things. Because in the other Equalizer movies, you would see him do a lot of the stuff. And there's a part in the movie where he kind of remembers this scene, but you don't really see too much of it. But then I thought, after thinking about it, after seeing it, I was like, well, it's actually a pretty interesting and good way to display someone who has not, you're done. You're kind of trying to retire, right? Like you said. And so we believe that he did those things. So we've seen him do it before without having to see like an old Indiana Jones situation.
Well, Tifobot, I don't even think it comes to the old Indiana Jones part. I think it comes more to just this was different. They did something different. They didn't give you the same shit as they gave you in other movies. And even if it was, if it was a cheat, it worked. Whatever they did, I dug this scene. It was gruesome as hell. These guys was destroyed. The monster creature effects people did y'all job because y'all laid it in there, boy. I mean, y'all had axes tied to people's faces and all kind of stuff. It was just like, wow, they really, really had they gave the practical effects dudes the green light. They said, "Do what you want to do," and they was like,
And they're like, blood, blood,
"Are you
blood.
serious? Can we do it?" I was like, "Yes, do it," and they did it, and it was shit
Yeah.
everywhere.
And
Very
like you think, I kind of do like the way that it was a misdirect because you do think when you watch the trailer that that is the end. That will be the end of the movie.
In the trailer, yes. In the trailer, yes.
But it's the beginning of the movie, and he gets injured.
And
he gets shot.
Here's the best part. The whole scene was it was masterful, man. 101. I love the old man coming to the town. He looked like a kindly old man. I wasn't so sure he was like, a problem. He gets it. He got a little innocent little boy with him and stuff, and they creep through, and the guy's sitting up there. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill this old man and the little kid. Goddamn, it was much more hard.
I honestly, when he pulled the gun on that kid, I was like, all right, because he was like, get back.
Well, that was
because you don't know.
That was a mistake, but I did like the negotiating.
I don't think it was a mistake.
No. I'm saying it was a mistake of what he did. I like the negotiating with the old man, though. About telling him what he was. He was a monster. Then he steps out. He should have told. The mistake was he should have told the kid to get out the car and run. Is what he should.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The mistake was. Yeah. Because then he got shot, and and that boy had a 30-06 rifle. That ain't no coming back from that shit. It's going through and through. Wow. He thought he was gonna walk away from that. No, sir. So.
Well, he puts the gun to his head.
Thought about it.
And then, apparently manages to still drive away.
Well, he said, "Nah, he ain't doing this shit." And he gets in the car and starts driving. We don't know how far he made it. Probably didn't make it that damn far because, the person,
I couldn't even, imagine getting up and walking. I would just be like, I'll just lay here and I'll just die.
Yeah.
Because he gets found. Does he get found by the doctor, or does someone bring him to the doctor? He gets found
by the cop that gets his ass whooped all through the whole movie.
That's right. Yeah. The nice cop.
Yeah. So he picks him up and takes him to, what's the man's, the kindly old doctor? What was his name? Enzo. So, Enzo is the town doctor. And Tiff, I'm in love with this place from the first moment I saw it. I'm like, damn, I want to be there.
That's why he wants to, so you can kind of understand because he gets there and he's really severely injured, obviously.
Yeah.
Like the kind of injury where obviously, but the kind of injury where you get healed or you get patched up and then you're going to be fucked.
You're going to be in a wheelchair
for a while.
And you're going to be wheeled outside by a pretty nurse out in the field. And you're going to sit there with the blankets on your legs.
When he was we see him progressively get better and he's walking the stairs. And I do like that. I like that we're taking this time because obviously you're not going to get up right away and do that shit.
It's not like he's a young dude that can snap back.
Well, even if you were, that's just
it would be a lot
in
faster.
The stomach.
It would be a lot faster if he was younger, though.
And so he's walking up and down stairs in this little village where you would be. There's lots stairs, and he's getting better and better, and he's getting to know the townspeople, and they're all very charming.
Yeah, the townspeople were the stars of the show. I love the old lady when she was like.
She was like, oh, when she says
don't try to do it all
slow.
Sit down.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it didn't even look like she was paying attention to him, which I like. And I like how subtle the town was, even with him being a black man in that city, I'm thinking, I'm wondering how this is going to go, because any other character being written, it might, didn't matter. And then, they had the spectrum of Italians that was in the village. So that made it even better. And I'm in love with this place, man. It's great.
It's kind of very relaxing in a way.
Oh yeah.
And so you're not sure how, unless you know what I mean. Even after watching the trailer, I wasn't sure what the next part was going to be. Then you see he makes friends, but he's kind of always because he's always been. So I think about it now. It is nice because. In these other two movies,
he makes friends.
He's alone.
But he makes friends.
He doesn't like stuff. But in this, he does. He makes people that are close to him. But this place, he feels like he can actually just be a person and relax.
Yeah, when they got a fine black woman there, she just fine. I'm like, yes.
The cafe lady. Yeah. That little cafe is so. I would just live there.
Yep. And then he got
then
fish guy getting his ass beat.
Yes.
Now, so this is the thing when they introduced the villains to the first round of villains. I thought they were like gonna be small timey. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize it was gonna be like, connected to something bigger. They got their motorcycles and they, just disrespecting this fish guy like to the max, man. I'm like,
Disrespecting this fish
nobody
guy.
got it worse than the cop, but but this crime is happening, but you really don't see it. It's like sort of hidden because those guys are not really loud other than the motorcycles. But then, when they drive to the next town and his brother is like, the big cheese of the mafioso, he's
Mm-hmm.
like, and then not only that, he's really, really bad. I mean, he wants to like be some kind of real estate tycoon and take these people property. When they threw the old man, out the window and by his neck and let's say and leave him there. I'm like, where the hell they live at? This ain't
Yeah, where
deep jungle. Some real cops is gonna come along.
there's real cops, and also like Italy has like a big justice system, but
Right.
then I don't know like what
Yeah, I don't let it.
it is to be like mafia control, like like basically having to pay
Yeah.
a bribe
Yeah, so they didn't give
so
a
that you
shit
can stay
about these
open.
people. What they wanted them out so they could bring tourists in. So they wasn't caring about profiting off of these people. They just wanted them the hell out of there.
The pressing them and pressing them and pressing them until they couldn't make it
Which
anymore,
made it so
basically.
bad. But when Robert first showed his ugly face, to do his thing, I was like, oh boy, y'all just messed up. But two things are going on. So we got this mafia also thing going on, and then we got these tips that he's dropping to Emily Collins, and we didn't know. I didn't know that. I did not pick up on the connection to
Mm-mm.
not until the end. I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
but they talked about the daughter
oh,
so much in the first two movies.
yeah.
They always mention her and she's doing well and she's here. And I never thought about it. Didn't even know that was the co-defendant until we just had a conversation. I was like, damn, shit, I didn't know who she was. No wonder why that like camera would like sit on her. You were like,
Yeah, and they'd be like, look at this person.
yeah,
And I'm like, I see her.
right. I didn't know who the hell she was. but,
um,
but
and I think so. We get that a great scene in the restaurant.
oh, the rest of the were
where
great.
that's my favorite scene in the whole movie. Where this little he's just a little pissant. He's kind of like the son in the first John Wick movie, where he wants to be a big cheese,
Yep.
but he's not the big cheese. He's protected by the big cheese.
Yep.
So he acts like a little turd. I mean, obviously they're turds because they're doing bad stuff, but he's just like,
but that's what the brother wanted him to do. The brother wants him to, he gives him the green light to act a fool in the town, and he steps up the game. Po cop. Let's talk about the cop. Oh my God, if we could cue some sad ass music right here. this poor fella, Jeff, he called it the whole movie. He had his wife in there in her drawers and had the little girl tied up and beating his ass, and then he got it again in the town square. I mean, he just every time he turned up, they was beating his ass, man.
And I mean, I think that like in a way in this movie, that's obviously like you're saying, well, no one's gonna help you.
Damn, this poor fella, man. And he was a good dude too. It wasn't like he was a piece of shit cop.
He was nice cop. He was like,
need to find
I think he was just like, boop a doop boop, small town cop, boop a doop boop boop boop. Like, you know what I mean? That kind of shit where you're just like, oh, everything in this, it's very idyllic.
They kept
idyllic. So like,
I felt so bad. They was at dinner.
He
was at dinner, Tiff. They came in and bothered him.
And he was just like,
fuck.
Can't I have my spaghetti?
I can't have shit. Here you come. But Robert took care of them dudes, and then what I didn't expect was the immediate aftermath outside. I was like, oh shit, yes. This is why I'm here. So so then the brother's mad and he's about to go on a rampage, and I don't know if this was good or not, but it was just so satisfying. And like, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Badass. I just go to your dude. That's what I'm thinking about. Let's not have any twists or nothing like that. Just see these guys get effed up because that's why I'm here. Oh my God!
But it's like you can just tell
old people in my theater talking to the screen, Tef. Oh my God!
Oh no! Please!
I know. It's a point. I was like, shh, oh man. He's like, oh yeah, he's going. Like, oh, dude, shut the hell up! You're not in your living room, fool. Anyway, so what I'm glad did not happen in this movie, Tef.
Mm-hmm.
I said it. this movie will be bad. It will automatically turn bad if they have all the townspeople turn against the person and they be setting traps like the Three Amigos. They pulled out the phones. I was like, oh no, don't go this route, because they saved his life with the phones and stuff like that. But I thought they were
Yeah.
going to go that way, and I was like, oh no, don't do it.
I don't like that. But they didn't. I do think it's nice because, like, in a way, and I know this is like maybe going to, but in a way, you can think of this as this is Robert's heaven.
Yep.
So, like, it's his end, and like this is like his final rest.
Yep.
But like, he just feels like a place where he can be not in like be himself, but just be quiet.
One of my favorite scenes that they always show the samurai or the cop. Let's say samurai puts his sword in a drawer, closes it up. He's done. Robert put his watch in the drawer. He had to get his watch because that's your ass. I was sitting there like
9 seconds.
Oh my God, so satisfied. So this criminal and his boys in that house, and Tiff, it was no more Hollywood theater I ever seen where the bad guy gets his ass handed to him, all his boys, and then crawl through the streets like a bug. Nobody was helping him. And I was like, this is, oh my God, I'm loving this. Yes, tougher. You know what I mean? Just, he was just,
I mean, just to be able to, like, I think that obviously Equalizer is called the Equalizer because he brings things down to everyone's level and makes things right. He's justified, making justice. So there's a part in the movie where he's been given the tips, and then he takes just there's billions of dollars or whatever that he burns.
Yeah, this was
earlier in the movie.
This reminded you that this was the Equalizer, Tiff.
And he took the exact amount that was taken from the retirement fund, and that's what she had had the girl return to his friend.
Oh my God, yeah, that was
$165,000, something like that.
365,
maybe 300 something. Yeah, like
he got his retirement. I almost teared up at that. It was like, we don't have to move.
But why burn it? Just give him more. But he doesn't. He's not a thief. That's not how he does it.
He's not a thief, and
you will get destroyed. You will get people. The people will get what they deserve. Everybody gets what they deserve. The good people and the bad people.
I want to also point out, Tiff, that there were some scenes in this thing that really upped the stakes for me and made it, more dangerous. Like when he like cut off the hand of the police chief, and then he tried to blow up Emily Collins. Those were CIA and FBI agents and stuff, and he blew them up like they wasn't shit. I was like, this dude, he just
don't care.
Too far, dude.
Too far. You've gone too far.
Look, if he don't get you, they gonna get you, dude. That is the CIFMA, dude.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is, you've sealed your fate one way or the other.
Your combos,
because you just can't do that.
I mean,
you can't do that.
What was he? He was trying to do resorts. Your resorts are never get.
He's gonna have resorts after he fucked up some CIA.
Dude, it's over for you.
You would have to, if you were going to be a villain like that, you would have to be like a successor villain where like you did all the bad things so that your son, or somebody else would be able to like have a life that you wanted.
He went too far. Vincent, Andrea went too far.
He went hard.
Right. So I was satisfied, Tiff. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think that I could watch it again and think more about it. But it's just that, how, and because you love the first one, but that first one is just almost magical.
Well,
that first time you watch it.
Other things going on which this movie can't rely on. They were character building in the first two movies really heavy because you really didn't know who Robert was until it.
Right, you're surprised when he does that stuff because he's an unassuming person. By now, he's not an unassuming person, or he is, but he also contains within him the ability to,
and you didn't know why he had these skills or anything. You was just like,
we know.
The second movie kind of revealed a lot of his history and his stuff like that. So it like pretty much finished the character.
So that was like exciting. And then this last one is more about, if you like this character, you'll be glad because he's gotten what he,
if you like his character, God deserves. Or maybe he don't, because he's pretty. I like when the guy was like, "Are you an evil man or are you a bad man?" And he was like, "You did not know, you did not answer. That's why I like. That's why you're a good man." I'm like, oh shit! I know what I'll be telling people from now on. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice to like see him in a place where he is happy or could be happy.
I wanted to see just a little bit more character
I I
development with
I could have seen a little bit of
yes,
kissing,
yes, that's exactly where I was going. I was like, ah,
just a little
just a little
kissy.
bit. They went on a little date, didn't even hold hands.
Confirm, because like it kind of was one of those things where like if you didn't think that they were gonna have like a relationship, you would just be like, oh, they're just friendly. But there was definitely there was a vibe,
For sure, and I wanted to see it. I didn't.
and I wondered why they wouldn't do that, like not even a little kiss
Yeah, or if you didn't want to do that, you could have like fast forward the time a little bit. Not even
and
fast.
be
Well, not
married.
even fast forward the time. Oh, you could have did that, like right when they was doing the little soccer celebration and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been
Mm-hmm.
good. Or you could have just saw her getting out the bed with him.
Yeah, anything. I think that it kind of pulled a punch a little bit there because you maybe like, oh, we're an action movie, we don't want to show that, but like
they would
it made sense in the film if that would have
that would have
happened.
upped the stakes for me even more because even for
Yeah,
men, you go. It's this is your home. It's
yeah,
literally
this is your
multiple reasons
woman,
that this is your
your
yeah,
lady.
yeah. And yeah, so that's where I think it fell down. Other than that, I had a ball just watching people get their ass.
I think that if you've never seen an Equalizer film, and I don't know if most people do this or not, but don't start with the third one.
Yeah, it's definitely a journey. This thing,
You have to start with the
it's
first one.
definitely a journey. Even if you jumped in the second one, it'd still be kind of. But that was a good one. I mean,
Yeah,
you had
and the
Pedro
first one is
Pascal in
like
it. Oh my goodness, and them scary dudes that was that blew the lady up. Oh my goodness.
if you've never seen the first one, and you think that you wouldn't like it, I would really recommend
Yeah,
trying
we
it.
tried to get Joey DiCarlo from Soul Wizard to watch it. He was like, "Is it slow?" He was like, "Yeah, it's kind of slow." Is it?
It's slow, but it makes the payoff
Yeah, it
better.
does. It does. It's such a
So
great movie.
it's hard to say because like yes and
Yeah,
no.
yeah, but it's not slow boring. You know.
Right. It's like you watch it and you're like curious. I mean, there's lots of movies that would be quote unquote slow, but like The Equalizer, the first one, would not
and,
work. Would not work without that
and
build.
Tiff, they couldn't do the same. I was just thinking the
They can't do the same thing. It would just be why waste your
first two
time.
movies.
I was just hoping.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's my fault. I was just hoping for like maybe a little bit more. I just like to see him beat the shit out of people.
Well, we got a ton of that. But like in the first movie, he was protecting the young girl. In the second
Mm-hmm.
movie, he wasn't exactly protecting the young guy, but the young guy was protecting him, but it wasn't the story. It wasn't. It was a sub arc, in the
Mm-hmm.
thing. So I'm glad we didn't have him protecting us an individual in this one. It
It
was
was
the
like the
whole
whole
town.
town. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still would have liked it. See, the lady didn't have to never be in danger. I still like,
Yeah. Just a little
the date
kissy.
was good. Could have went a little further. That's for sure. Anyway, man, I think that's it. And that's all. We can't do a damn thing. We got done. I'm the host of Fans of Patrol. My name is Montego. With me is my dynamite co-host, Miss Tifflebot. Say goodbye to these lovely Stiff.
It's been a pleasure as always.
All right, man. So next week, man, I'm ready to do something a little fantastical. Yeah, maybe
Turtles.
we can go do some turtles, man. If you guys haven't
Turtles.
seen that, it's gotten great ratings. That don't mean shit because we ain't talked about it yet. So we'll let y'all know what the real scoop is. So, shoot, man. I'm the host of Fans of Patrol. Until next week, we will be on
On
Patrol.
Patrol.